Good Friday morning. I'm Ron Moore, and this is your morning cup of motivation. One of my favorite all-time country groups is that of Rascal Flatts. And one of my favorite songs is a song they recorded early on after they had switched from contemporary Christian music to country, and that is I Miss Mayberry. Do you miss Mayberry? Boy, I do. Oh, life is slower, and it just really, people didn't know you by name, and I didn't grow up in a Mayberry. I grew up in a big country town, but I grew up around spending a lot of time in a Mayberry type town in southwestern Oklahoma, the town of Apache, Oklahoma, and being there with my aunts and uncles, and I'd go down in the summers and work in my uncle's gas station, and sometimes I'd go over and flip hamburgers at his Dairy Queen type place, and what a great time, But truth is, Mayberry's not coming back. I know we want to live there. That's what Peter wanted to do that day that he was up on the mountaintop with his buddies James and John. And suddenly Jesus, just his whole countenance changed, his whole appearance changed, and Moses and Elijah appeared to him. Ha! What a day that was. And can you imagine just sitting there listening to the conversation? I wish we had a record of that conversation between Mo and Elijah and Jesus. So Peter, who I don't think you can say Paul was the greatest Christian that ever lived. I think Peter was right up there too. He just had a different personality type than Paul did. So if you're wild and crazy, hey, listen, just know that, man, it's not that those people who are quiet are more spiritual. It's just God wired you different, okay? So anyway, Peter up there says, "Oh Lord, this is so good. Let's build 3 tabernacles. Let's just live here." All of a sudden, Moses and Elijah were gone. And Jesus looked at him. "Oh, we can't live here, Well, isn't that the way it goes sometimes? Man, we're on a mountaintop, we're rolling high. Maybe our marriage is doing good, and money's there, and everything just seems to be coming up roses, and then like that, Moses and Elijah are gone. Like that, it's all gone. Well, boy, I've been there, let me tell you. And I've struggled with that. I gotta tell you, those times that, man, ministry was going good, and I was just traveling with a big time evangelist, and man, the lights had come on those stadiums and football stadiums and coliseums and stuff. It was good, but that's not where I live. I can't live there, and you can't live in those good times either. But we can press on. We can appreciate the memories, but we got to press on. See, we can't say we. And the truth is, we're not going to bring Mayberry back either in our country. It's been a tough pill for me to swallow, let me tell you. But we can press on towards the mark of the high call of God. What has God called you to do this year? Maybe He's called you to do several things. I don't know. But see, you can't press on to that, but appreciate the past, but move on. We got to move on, folks. We've got to move on with the gospel, being Jesus with skin on wherever we go, so that this new country of ours, hey, we can run a mission behind enemy lines, run a mission, Steve Camp used to say, run a mission a yard from the gate of hell. Take them the gospel and take it well. We can do that. And it's in the midst of that, in the midst of moving on from those great things, those great times of success, those great times of joy and peace, we can move to fresh new times of joy and peace as we move on, as we press on towards the mark of the high call of God. Listen, if you know the Lord Jesus today, you can do that. You can absolutely say, "Lord, I know this is past, I don't want to live in it, and today's the day that you've got for me. I'm going to rejoice and be glad in it." Hey, have a great weekend. I'll talk to you again on Monday. Bye-bye now.